My name's Sincerely Owosa. If you haven't come across my channel before, I upload beauty, lifestyle and straight talking videos, so make sure you press that subscribe button so you can see my videos every single week. Press that subscribe button. Now today we're going to be doing a straight talking video, and it's about something that you've probably seen, and if you've been living under a rock or you live in a place that doesn't have internet since 2015, there came about a story about a woman called Rachel Dolezal. Never gonna really know how to pronounce her name. Doesn't matter because it's not really her name anymore. A woman who was working with the NAACP in America and was pretending to be black, and had been pretending to be black for a really long time until her parents basically outed her and showed pictures of her when she was a kid as a young, blonde, happy-faced white woman. Now Rachel Dolezal is back in the news again because she has a book deal. BBC Newsnight. If you don't live in the UK, it's basically just a news program. BBC News decided to interview her the day before yesterday. It's just bringing up a lot of questions, a lot of feels. Really wish they had a woman of colour interview her though, but that's by the by. That's neither here nor there. BBC Newsnight and other media channels who follow Rachel Dolezal, who report on, who talk about her book deal and all of this other stuff, basically giving her media attention. All of that stuff puts Rachel Dolezal's story in front of black women's stories constantly, and black women's stories are rarely in the news anyway, as we can see from the whole Washington DC missing girls situation. Rachel Dolezal was talking in the interview about how she's always had an affinity with blackness, how she's always known this as a child, and she believes that she's transracial and race is what did she call it, a social and political construct. Basically, she believes that she can be black if she wants to be black. However, in 2002 she actually sued Howard University for discriminating against her for being white. See, I don't really get how that makes sense though, because Howard University is a black university and there's loads of universities that white people can go to, but you know what, once again, let's just leave it to the side. So this kind of contradicts what she was saying in the Newsnight interview, because it's like, okay, you know you're white and you know that you can use the privilege that comes with being white to sue the university and basically get what you want because of your privilege. It's like, okay, so where does the whole transracial thing fit in here? She's also a compulsive liar. At first, I thought that she actually just wasn't well in her mind, as in like someone who actually had mental health issues. But it's come to my attention that actually she genuinely can't help lying. She actually posted a picture of a man who wasn't her dad and a man who isn't her son, claiming that they were because they're black. The funny thing is though, you can only pretend to be another race and be given a platform to do so if you're white, and she's proved that. Because for her, she can easily just put on some fake tan, put on some foundation, put on a wig. These times, black women are struggling to get jobs because of their hair. What really pissed me off though is that in the Newsnight interview, presenter Emily Maitlis was trying to get the black commentator who was also there to empathise with Rachel's story. Nkechi's story. Rachel's story. The funny thing is, if she was a black woman trying to be a white woman, there would be no cause for empathy. She would be mocked, she would be disgraced, she would be taunted, and white people would be joining in doing so. Don't you guys remember when Michael Jackson had vitiligo and his skin was turning white and he was wearing a lot of white makeup, and he was hounded by the press, a lot of them white press, including the Daily Mail. Even white newspapers were mocking Michael Jackson for wanting to be white. A lot of the headlines actually stating that he wanted to be white. This obviously wasn't the case, but it just shows the privilege Rachel Dolezal has. Lil' Kim's another example. Lil' Kim didn't want to be white. She had insecurities with her skin shade and kind of aspired to have a lighter skin shade, but she's still continuously been mocked by whites and blacks for years and years and years, and it just shows how privileged Rachel Dolezal is. Yesterday, Maxine Waters, a congresswoman from California, I believe, was mocked on Fox News by this man called Bill O'Reilly, who started mocking her hair, making racial jokes at her, and it just reinforced the idea to me that when black women just try and speak up about things, we're silenced and joked about. When a white woman tries to be black, she's given airtime, she's given a book deal, and she's followed by the media. And the thing to me that really shows that Rachel Dolezal is a compulsive liar is the fact that, and her story really doesn't add up with the whole transracial thing, is the fact that she's actually used her white name, Rachel Dolezal, as the author name on the book that she's releasing. So it's like, okay, if you really wanted to embrace your blackness, why don't you use your new name, Nkechi Diallo, instead? It's because she knows, you know, Rachel, girl. Can we talk? Can we talk? You know your white name is going to get you more sales. You shouldn't even have bothered changing your legal name. You really shouldn't have bothered. Your continuous use of Rachel Dolezal proves that you understand the power that your white name has compared to your African name. Girl, oh gosh, this is basics. Like, if you're gonna lie, like, you have to keep up the lie. And what really upsets me though is the fact that a lot of black female writers don't get published. And I'm preaching good now, you guys better clap. In 2011, nearly 90% of all of the books reviewed by the New York Times were authored by white people. 10 of those books reviewed by the New York Times were by black women. 10 in a year. What we really need to do is stop giving this Rachel girl attention, because this is what she wants and this is what she's using for financial gain, literally. What we need to do is start pushing the voices of black women to the forefront and pushing Rachel's all the way to the back. White people in particular need to remember that Rachel is profiting off of her race fakeration. It's her whiteness that has gained her so much public interest. We need to continue to support black women, use social media as a voice to do so, make sure we campaign, we protest, do whatever we can so that black women's voices are not ignored and white women's voices are not pushed to the forefront all the time. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure that you do subscribe, and if you have anything extra to add to this debate, argument, whatever, please make sure you comment below, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.